Hello my dear student, this is Amit Pandey and I welcome you all in this online classes. So today we are going to start the topic difference between distance and displacement. And yesterday we had completed the concept of scalar quantity, the concept of vector quantity, what was kinematics, what is motion and what is rest. And I had given the concept for distance and displacement, means on previous lecture we had completed how to find the distance traveled by the body, or distance which is the shortest point between initial and final point. So let's start the topic, the difference between distance and displacement, and it is also very important for exam point of view. So here on this side we have taken here distance and on this side we have taken here displacement. Now see the first point, that the distance is equal to the length of the path, means if a body is started its journey from any point A and it is completed at point C. Suppose take the example of the previous classes. So the total distance was 8 km. So distance is the same, that is the equal to total length of the path, means we have to add complete length covered by the body. Now in case of displacement, what we will do, in case of displacement we will take the starting point and the ending point. So on the previous class example we have taken here a right angle triangle. On that, point A was the starting point and point C was the ending point. So the shortest distance is what, from point A to C. So that we got the answer 4√2 on the last classes. So please go to the last classes and see that example, so it will be very clear for all of you. So displacement is always the shortest distance between initial position and final position. So for finding the displacement we have to focus only on 2 points, that is initial position and final position. Now second point is what, distance is a scalar quantity, means it is having only magnitude but direction is not present in distance. But in case of displacement, the direction as well as magnitude are present in case of displacement, so it is a vector quantity. Now the third point, distance can never be 0 or negative. See, if we add the entire path length, then obviously we will having some result for the distance. So distance can never be 0 or it can never be a negative. So in the next slide I have taken the example of when distance will be negative or 0, means it can never be a negative or 0. So I have taken an example for the distance and displacement, means in which case the displacement will be negative, in which case the displacement will be positive and all. So the third point is what, in case of distance calculation it will never be 0 or negative, means it is having some result and that result will be obviously positive value. Now third point for the displacement, so the displacement can be positive, it can be negative or it can be 0. So it is having all three possibilities. Now in case of unit, that is the fourth point, so obviously both are the measurement of the distance and displacement. So in case of distance the unit is meter and in case of displacement it is again the meter. So this is about the difference between distance and displacement. We are having this 4 point and these all 4 points are very much important for exam point of view. Now come for the next topic. See, so here we have taken 3 examples, that is A, B and C. So one by one we will discuss, means in each case what are the distance traveled by the body and what are the displacement traveled by the body. So here we will get the concept of when displacement will be positive, when displacement will be negative or when displacement will be 0, and why it is say that here that displacement can never be 0 or negative. These all points will be clear in this all 3 examples. Now see example number first. So here what is given, a body is started its journey from point O and it is moving to point A. So the distance from point O to A is 4 km. It is written here 4 km. So it is moving from O to A and after that the journey has completed. So in this case what is the distance and what is the displacement of the body? So see, for the calculation of distance we need to add all the path length. So it started its journey from O and ends at point A. So the path length is 4 kilometer. So distance is what? 4 kilometer. Now for the calculation of displacement, what I told that for the calculation of displacement, we need 2 points. That is initial point, that is O, and final point, that is A. So between initial and final, the distance is what? 4 kilometer. So distance and displacement in both the cases is same. So this is an example in which we have shown here the distance and displacement are same. Now come for the example number B. See what is the condition given here. Let me explain the meaning of this graph first. Again, the body or a person is starting his journey from point O and it is moving to point A. So in the movement of O to A, he has covered 4 kilometer distance. Now after A, the journey is not completed. Again he will return back to the same point, that is at O. Means first he gone to point A and again he returned to point O. Now see in this case, the distance covered by the body is 4 km from O to A and again 4 km from A to O. So we have to add all the path length. So there are two path length here, that is OA plus AO. So OA is 4 km and AO is 4 km. So distance is what? 8 km. Now in case of the calculation of displacement, see it is 0. How 0 occurred? Now see, when the initial point and final points are same, then on that case the displacement will always be a 0. See in this case, a body started from point O and after returning again it will return to the point O. So what is the starting point? The starting point was O, and what is the ending point? It is again O, because it is returned to the same point. So on that case the displacement will always be 0 because the starting point and the ending point are coincident. So on that case we have to take displacement 0. So displacement can be 0. Here see here it is written here, displacement can be 0. Now come for the example number C. See in this case, a body is started from point O and traveled to point A. So from O to A it is 4 km. Now then after A it will return to the point O again. But at this point the journey is not completed. After O point he is moving to point B on this side. Again I am repeating, first he started from O, gone to A point, then A to O, and after O it gone to O to B. Now see on that case what is the distance and what is the displacement. So first find the distance traveled by the body. See the distance is what? Addition of all the path length. So how many path lengths are there? There are 3 path length. See, OA plus AO plus OB. OA plus AO plus OB. So what is OA? OA is equals to 4 km and AB is equals to again 4 km. AO is again 4 km and then OB is 3 km. So it is 4 plus 4 plus 3. So total is 11 km. Now come for the calculation for displacement. See, when it started from O to A and returned to again O, so on that case the displacement is 0. Means from O to A and A to O it is 0. So in this calculation or in this journey the displacement is 0. Now it is going to the point B. So there are only one displacement here, that is from O to B. So starting point is O and ending point is B here, because the journey is completed at point B. So the distance from O to B is minus 3 km. Why it is negative? Because at this point it is minus of x-axis. So the displacement is minus 3 km. So see here the displacement can negative also. So here we had proved here the displacement can be positive, can be negative, or can be 0 also. Now next is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. See what is uniform motion. In case of uniform motion, when a body will travel equal distance in equal interval of time. So for this we have taken here one chart here. See, this is the time and this one is distance. So on first hour the body has traveled a distance of 10 km. On second hour it traveled distance of 20 km, and on third hour it traveled a distance of 30 km. So see what is the gap of the timing? The gap of the timing is 1 hour. And what is the gap of the distance covered by the body, it is 10 kilometers. So 10 to 20 gap is 10, and 20 to 30 the gap is 10. So the difference in the timing is equal, and the difference is in the distance is equal. So when equal timing, when body will travel equal distance, so that motion is uniform motion. Now come for non-uniform motion. If a body travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, means the body have to travel unequal distances, but the time will be equal gap. See here, this is the chart for non-uniform motion. So you see here, the time we have taken here 1 kilometer, then 1 hour, then 2 hour, then 3 hour. So on first hour, the body has traveled a distance of 10 kilometer, but on second hour, the same body has traveled a distance of 15 kilometer. So gap is how much? It is 5 kilometer. Now on third hour, the body have traveled a distance of 23 kilometer. So here the gap is different, and here the gap is different. So the body have traveled unequal distances on that equal interval of time. So that kind of motion is non-uniform motion. So student, this is about the today's lesson. So on today's lesson we have completed the difference between distance and displacement, and then how we can say that the distance or the displacement can be 0, can be positive, or can be negative, and lastly what is the meaning of uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So just note down all the points which I have given here, and tomorrow we will complete the concept of speed. So thank you and have a nice day.